Good morning. It's October 9th, I think. It was -2 according to our thermometer. Whew, it's going to go up to plus 13 today. That's Celsius. It's kind of chilly. Anyways, life is good. It's going to be a sunny, beautiful day, and I'm off to Chorus. I want to talk to you about something based on an interview I listened to last Friday. I went to Blind River, Ontario, which is my hometown. I was visiting my cousin Mark and his wife. They own Lake Lozon Lodge, and went for a swim and a sauna, and then we went to the curling club, and we did open mic. They have open mic there from 7 to 9, and it's a hoot. There's all these musicians, and they're all pretty good. It was really interesting because for me, it's like, well, I'm an outsider, and 80%, 90% of the songs never heard before. It's like, wow. It's a lot of fun though, because it's music. Music's very therapeutic. Music's a beautiful thing, and it's something I've been pursuing in my life. On that note, and driving home that night, I made it home around 11:30, quarter to midnight. I listened to Joe Rogan interviewing Lionel Richie. Y'all know Lionel Richie? He was like probably the biggest pop star in the 80s. And he originally started in the 70s with a band called the Commodores. I believe one of their albums, or maybe their first album, was called Machine Gun. Check it out. Go on YouTube, search the Commodores Machine Gun. It's a cool song. It's kind of pop funk. It's very funky. And I was 19 years old, and actually Mark and I had that album because Mark and I were going to Cambrian College back then, and we had a lot of albums, and we used to listen to music all the time. Mark's a musician. He was taking a music course at Cambrian. Anyways, it was good. And then Lionel Richie broke away from the Commodores and had a really, really successful solo career. He's about 74 years old now, so still going. I think he wrote an autobiography, and that's why he was being interviewed. And it was quite fascinating. It actually blew me away. It really did. You gotta listen to it. I've been telling all the people I know, especially my musical buddies, you gotta listen to this. And I'll just give you one point that came out of this interview. And Lionel Richie, he seems to be the kind of person that didn't fall sway to the what happens to a lot of musicians when they become famous and they become celebrities, drugs, sex, alcoholism, and debauchery. He seems to have been very sort of, for the most part, I mean, maybe he did for a little bit, but it didn't really, knock him to his feet like it does a lot of musicians, like Jim Morrison and Kurt Cobain and others who died from their habits. Anyway, so he seems very sober and reasonable. But what was cool is he talked about how he felt like he was a fraud. He really felt like he was an imposter. And because of that, he worked 10 times harder than anybody else. They didn't know that. He doesn't know how to read music. He didn't know how to read music. He talks about the process with which one goes through for creating music. It's quite fascinating. You really got to listen to it. Go check it out on YouTube or Spotify, and you'll see what I mean. I can't get into it too deep, but just trust me on this one. This one was good. Lionel Richie and Joe Rogan. So he talks about the whole process of what it takes to write music from a guy who's a complete imposter. Cannot read music. Well, he probably can a little bit now, but we're talking about way back then. He was 19, 20, 21 years old. He wrote some of the best songs. Anyway, so another thing that he was talking about, how each and every challenge, every struggle pushed him through to become a whole new person. And without those, he would have never succeeded, more or less. He didn't say that word for word, but that's the way I interpret it. Which reminds me of one of the key principles from Napoleon Hill, which affected me when I was very young. I remember reading Think and Grow Rich and his other books, and it really, really affected me, and that was this. Each and every adversity has within it the seeds of equal or greater opportunity. Isn't that mind-blowing? Each and every adversity has within it the seeds of equal or greater opportunity. That is amazing. That just gives me hope, gives me strength, gives me optimism, and gives me the tools and strategies for pushing through whatever struggles are going on. And I mean, if some people have a hard time with that. For some reason, it resonated with me, and I caught on to it really, really soon in my life, and it pushed me through a whole lot of adversity. And yeah, listen to the interview. All the struggles, all the challenges, he recreated himself through each and every one of them. And I can certainly attest to that in my own life. So, okay, I'm here. Thanks.